Hi guys, my name is Sarah Waller and I'm a junior journalism and mass communication major, and I am running for the position of Vice President for Events. I will admit that standing here before you is kind of strange because as an event person, we are typically in the background. Running back and forth, making sure the homecoming bonfire lights up on cue, or searching for napkins because wing fling is a messy event, or simply just communicating with different faculty and student organizations to make sure everyone's happy with the outcome of an event. Planning Sanford events is a tedious job, and it's often without recognition. But with the end goal in mind, knowing that you've created this event and seeing it come to fruition, the outcome is always rewarding. I say this from experience. I've been on the Student Activities Council since my freshman year, and I currently serve as the Director of Special Events. A couple weeks ago, we threw a birthday party celebration for Dr. Westmoreland in the Ben Brown. I hope you were able to make it. And we have a lot of events coming up, including a Fountain Fun Day tomorrow in Ben Brown at 11. We have free snow cones and a bungee run. If you've never experienced that, it'll be a great thing. And next week, on Wednesday, we have our Easter egg hunt. It's the second year we're going to do it. And yes, a free iPad will be given away, so you don't want to miss it. Prior to this position, I've done the annual event circuit. I did Homecoming 2010, and then this past year I've done Spring Fling, Welcome Back Week, and Homecoming 2011. I can tell you how I have all the obvious qualifications. I'm really organized, I can make a really good to-do list. I have great relationships with Sanford faculty and administration, and I can write a mean email. But I wouldn't have survived the last 3 years without that. What I have that qualifies me for this elected position is the creativity and the experience. Let me tell you, it will be easy to do the bare minimum for an event. Just order some food, put it out in Ben Brown, let it go until it's gone, and then clean up and call it a day. But how boring is that? And it doesn't really affect that many students. I am proud to say that for each event I've done, I've created something new, something Sanford has never seen before, and something that has reached out to several students or several student groups on campus. If you're here for Homecoming 2010, we had a day where we passed out 500 free vuvuzelas in support for our Sanford football team. During Spring Fling 2011, we have a flea market that circled Ben Brown and showed off the creativity of so many Sanford students. During Welcome Back 2011, we partnered with Campus Rec and hosted dinner as well as a basketball and sand volleyball tournaments with the new facilities across the street. And who can forget this past homecoming, that Monday, when that smell of freshly popped kettle corn was the aroma all over campus. I was behind all of those ideas. And my creativity is well balanced with my experience. It would be the coolest thing ever to have a full-out carnival in the quad. A lot of people have actually come up and talked to me about this idea, and I am with you, having a Ferris wheel, cotton candy, like a Grease soundtrack in the back. I mean, it would be the best event ever. But I can tell you that the price of that event far exceeds any budget we actually are given. Based on experience, I know that events in Ben Brown typically are more successful than events in the quad. And I also know that food for events only get you so far. When planning events, I strive for the atmosphere. One that creates memories, provides that quality study break, or just simply an opportunity to meet new people. Wonderful things happen on a beautiful day in Ben Brown. Looking towards next year, if elected, I plan to use this creativity experience to continue to help the current members of SAC create events that are exciting and new. I also want to help make events that branch out of the traditional mold and maybe reach students that might not typically come to a traditional Sanford event or a Harry's Coffee House. Also, if elected, I see this position as a resource. I know a lot of organizations on campus want to plan events, but they're hesitant because they don't really know where to start. So I want to be that resource so that if we can sit down, talk about where to start, what to plan, what to order, what to do the day up, so that you can create an event of your own. Just because you're a small organization doesn't mean you can't create an event that will impact the entire campus. But my first job as Vice President for Events would be SAC. And as someone who has dedicated a majority of her college experience to this organization, I feel like I am the qualified leader to take the position. I would be someone who's experienced the stress, who can understand the difficulties. To put it simply, experience matters. So when it comes time to vote, I hope you vote for me, Sarah Waller, for Vice President for Events.